Okay, this is a post deer season review on the Primos Gunhunters vest. I did an initial review when I got this vest in about the second week of the Mississippi rifle season, and so I'm gonna go through it now. You can tell it's been used quite a bit from that last video, and basically it's going to be a vest dump / review. So anyway, so I'm going to start, and we're just going to go through the pockets, and then once I get through every pocket, then I'll go back and tell you my likes and dislikes, and I will say that my likes were greater than my dislikes. So we'll get started now. So this first pocket is where I kept my milkweed wind checker stuff. I kept it in there, and that worked great. I had my compass here, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I may have had my GPS. No, I had my extra batteries in here. Is where I had that. So, and then my light. I did have to use this light a couple of times, and I found it useful, just for, short, uses, not trying to get in the woods, obviously. But anyway, going down, this is the ammo pocket. This is where I kept my shells in this shell holder here. We're going to come back to that in just a minute. This pocket, which had a Velcro opening on it, had my tanks in it. Gotta have my tanks during the rut. This pocket here, I can't remember maybe this was the pocket that had my GPS in it. It would be long enough. I can't remember. Between changes of seasons, things kind of alternate in and out. So this is you're seeing it in a late season state right here. I loved knowing the temperature, and I kept watching. That's my temperature gauge there, and I did experiment with this compass, and it was fairly accurate. I wouldn't trust it to get out of the woods, but it may help you determine a little direction anyway. This pocket here, I kept a lighter in it just in case. You never know if you're going to stay overnight somewhere, so you may have to build a fire, so I make sure I had something to make fire with. This pocket, I never used the shotgun loops in it, but I did keep my pull rope in it. Absolutely loved these pockets here for my hands. Put a couple of hand warmers in there. It was absolutely fantastic. Let's see, we'll go into the inside pockets first. Let me go up here first. This is where I kept my flag, and I use this where if you shoot a deer and you want to go blood trail, then I hang it up in the initial spot where you shot the deer, and that kind of helps you keep oriented. So I keep that in that pocket right there. This pocket is where I kept my grunt call, my Primos grunt call that I would absolutely cry if I lost. I've had it so long, and I stick it deep in that pocket because I don't want it going anywhere. Then on the other side, didn't have anything in this pocket, but on this side I kept my feet warmers, kept them in there, boot warmers, whatever you call it, and then a homemade utility hook to hang stuff on. Then on the inside, this seat, this drop down basically waterproof cushion here, I used more than once this year when either I had a wet seat in a stand or if I was going to sit on the ground, and this was amazing. I don't know who thought of this, but it was absolutely just an awesome innovation into this vest. The only thing I did do was I took a piece of tape and put it across the middle of this, because this is Velcro all the way across, and I was noticing it was kind of picking this inner fabric, and I'm trying to keep the life of this vest, because this is absolutely the best vest I've ever had for a fluorescent orange vest. So I took some tape across that, so when I reattach it, I center it across that, and that way it's not picking at the fabric again. So that was one little modification I made. Going around to the back, I did use this storage area. I did put at times, on very few occasions, I did put some clothes that I'd taken off, not that I'd taken out or whatever, but had put it in this storage area, which I'll show you here, which is still unzipped, but that I put like a jacket. If I got too hot, I stuck a jacket down in there and then zipped it up and then closed it back. Now, these two areas here, I think one of them was designated for a water bottle, and the other one I can't remember. Probably both of them could be used for that. I used it for a water bottle once, and here I'll go into my not dislikes, but my less likes of the vest right now. This was a good storage area. The only problem was, and I knew this before I bought it, was the fact that you have to take the vest off in order to get anything out of it. And being in a tree stand, I would much rather be able to get, if I had something back here that I wanted, just say if I wanted to put snacks back here, that I'd be able to access it. I really wanted this to be a side access, maybe have a magnet here where you can reach in there and get what you need, whether it be clothes or food or whatever, on either side. Again, if you put a water bottle in here, you have to take the vest off in order to get it. You can't reach around there and pull one out like you would, you want to. These were good. I never used them, and for this fact is you would really that'd have to be a pretty darn, and let me button this back, you'd have to be a pretty good size item to go in there in order for me to trust it wouldn't fall out, because right here you're maxed out on your adjustment. I don't know if it would make any difference if this was swapped up here to where you could pull down from this way and draw this up, and that's, of course, that may cause this to do that. I don't, like I said, that was just something that I really never used, and quite honestly I didn't use it enough to even really fool with it. Probably don't even really need it if I'm still going to use this, and if I had side access to it. That's just, if I had like something big though, like a really big jacket, yeah, I could stick it in there. But as you can see, those are maxed out right now. My biggest complaint, or I don't know what you'd call it, probably cost me a deer this year, was this, and that's the ammo container here. As you can see, I've got one bullet in this now, and it is hard to access this bullet. If I shot, and I needed, because I shoot a single shot, if I needed to access another bullet, it fell so deep in there that I couldn't get it up, and it actually cost a second shot on a deer this year. But anyway, and you'll notice too that all my bullets are out in this pocket. I tried to remedy this by individually stitching the bottom closed down here, but it didn't hold. That stitching didn't hold, and I think once, obviously the season's over now, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my sewing machine and I'm gonna run a solid, maybe even two stitches across this to where my bullets are up. Now, this only happened on small caliber stuff. These are 30-06 bullets. When I stuck 45-70 bullets in here, I didn't have any problem. In fact, I shot deer and was able to reload like instantaneously with the 45-70. It fit the larger cartridges better. But I think in order to remedy this falling through stuff, as you can see, that's already coming through. I'm just going to do the 2 stitches across. But another thing too, and this is just me, I don't like Velcro in the woods. And to me, if there's, I mean, you got zippers, you got buttons, and you got Velcro, and you got snaps. So I don't see why these are the only 2 pockets that, other than the seat, that have Velcro on them. I would much rather see this be a snap of some sort on both sides, because that just, I don't know. I would much rather have some type of snap or a button here on both sides. But anyway, I did not use this because I don't use that type of safety harness either, so I don't have any review on that. But all in all, best Hunter Orange vest I ever owned in my life. I'll use it until I can't use it anymore. It has not been washed, and it needs to be cleaned a little bit after our season we've had. But anyway, tickled to death with it, and the positives way outweigh the negatives on the Primos Gunhunters vest.